Oricorio, enjoyed by few, forgotten by most. Like most Alolan Pokemon, no one cares about Oricorio. Regardless of its amazing form changes and gimmick, this Pokemon is hot garbage. Garbage stats, garbage moveset, just garbage. But I still love it. Today I'm going to beat the victory road path of Pokemon Scarlet with a team of Oricorio. This may sound easy because it's a team of 4 by the end, but just you wait. This Pokemon has no coverage moves, like at all. It has a few moves here and there, but they are all physical moves, which isn't really viable for Oricorio considering it has a terrible attack stat. Before I begin, did you know only 1.5% of the people watching my videos are subscribed? So please click subscribe for more Pokemon videos. And so you could flex saying you knew me before I was famous. We start off customizing our character to look like someone who would own an Oricorio.
I'm a hex girl, and I'm gonna put a spell on you.
She's perfect. I couldn't decide which form I wanted to start off with, so I'm putting the choice into the hands of the universe, aka a dodgy website of Spin the Wheel. And the first form we use is the Bailer form. Comment below your favourite form of Oricorio. I personally love them all. This video is the first part of this Oricorio takeover, so I have organised when I get new team members through the game as I played in order. After every 4 events, I can add a new Oricorio to the team. This means I got the second Oricorio after beating Bombardier, and I got the third after beating Orthworm. Just so it's clear. And I hope to post the second part of this video very soon. Anyways, back to the video. No one cares about school, so I will skip along to Contondo to face the first gym leader, Katie, the Bug-type gym. Thankfully, Oricorio learns Air Cutter at level 13, so this gym should be a piece of cake. She sends out her Nimble, and I knock it out with an Air Cutter. Next is Tarantula, and it's swiftly KO'd by Air Cutter. Teddiursa comes out, and Bailet knocks it out with 2 Air Cutters. We defeated the Pixar mum of Paldea. Next we take on the slayful arty edgelord Brassius. He sends out Petalil and it's taken down with an Air Cutter. Smoliv also is taken down with an Air Cutter. Brassius's Sudowoodo terrestrializes into a Grass type. Air Cutter brings it down to low health, and Sudowoodo uses Rock Throw, bringing Bailet to 2 HP. Thankfully, another Air Cutter takes down the Sudowoodo. Things are going to go downhill from here. Time to finally add a new member to the team. Wheel of Fortune, do your worst. And we get the Pow form, which I definitely think is the most underrated of the forms. I would say it's like my second favourite. Next we head to Levencia, and look who we run into. Nemona. I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot of her. She sends out her Rockruff, and I send out Bailet. This doesn't look good for us. Bailet is taken down by Rock Throw, and Pow knocks out the Rockruff with Air Cutters. Poor Me's next, and paralyzes Pow with Nuzzle, causing us not to land a hit the next turn. Poor Me eventually takes down Pow with Bite. Thankfully, we don't need to defeat her to continue our quest to be the best dancer of all of Paldea. It's time to take on the irritating, but in a mother way, streamer Iono. Oh, speaking of mother, subscribe to my channel and make sure to hit that bell icon. I wish to start streaming when I have more of an audience. Iono sends out Wattrel, and I send out Bailet. I defeat Wattrel, but Bellibolt beats Bailet. Pow is sent out and terrestrializes into a fighting type. Pow takes down Bellibolt with Swift. Luxio is sent out, and Pow is taken down with Spark. I equipped Bailet with a Rocky Helmet and Pow with Leftovers. We reach Miss Magius this time, but fall after making it so close. I don't think we could do better without Bailet's secret Terra type. Well, here goes. I send out Bailet and terrestrialize into a ground type. I set up Calm Mind and Wattrel uses Pluck. I then protect and do this 5 times. I take down Wattrel, Bellibolt, and Luxio. Next is Miss Magius, and we take it down with Swift. It's that time again to add a new Oricorio to the team. Wheel of Fortune, please be kind. And we get the Sensu Oricorio, which I'm obsessed with. I want my Sensu to have an adamant nature so I can take advantage of Oricorio's mostly physical coverage moves. I teach it the TM Trailblaze, so hopefully we can Trailblaze through Kofu. He sends out Veluza and I send out Sensu, and I take it down. I don't have the footage of that. Next is Wugtrio, and I use Reversal, taking it to low health, but Sensu is taken down by a Water Pulse. I send out Pow, and Wugtrio is KO'd with an Air Cutter. Crabominable is sent out, and Air Cutter takes it to half health, but Crabhammer does massive damage and Pow falls to the Sandstorm. I send out Violet, but it falls to a Crabhammer. I start with Pow, and Veluza falls to Air Cutter. Wugtrio falls to one critical Air Cutter, and Crabominable takes Pow down with Crabhammer. I send out Sensu, and it takes it down with Trailblaze.
Go ahead, water doesn't hurt me.
Time to take on the love of my life, Larry, the true Dilf of Paldea. He sends out his Kamala, and I send out Sensu. I take it down with Acrobatics, but fall asleep from yawn. Dunsparce next, and Sensu takes it down with Acrobatics. Finally, Staraptor, and it KOs Sensu with Aerial Ace. I send out Pow, and Staraptor falls to an Air Slash.
ごめんね。君のこと。
Oh my gosh, we can't even escape without this loser battling us. Nimona sends out Lycanroc, and I send out Sensu. I use Trailblaze doing half damage, and the speed boost allows me to take out the Lycanroc the next turn. Pulmo next, and Sensu takes it out with Acrobatics. Same with Gumi. Skeledirge next, and Sensu is taken out by a Torch Song. I send out Pow, and it flinches the Skeledirge with Air Slash. It's then taken out with Swift. We are then given Terra Blast from the friendly swamp creature, which will be helpful for our physical attacker as the move uses the strongest offensive stat. Time to take on Rhyme. This gym has a double battle format, which I find super interesting, but she isn't exactly Raihan, is she? She sends out Bayonet and Mimikyu, and I send out Sensu and Baile. I terrestrialize Sensu immediately, and Mimikyu and Bayonet each take a stab at Sensu, and they survive on just 4 HP. Baile uses Revelation Dance on Mimikyu, breaking its disguise. This activates Sensu's Dancer ability, which I didn't even think about when going into the gym. Basically, Oricorio's ability is Dancer, which means Oricorio will copy and repeat any dance move used in battle, such as Quiver Dance, Tita Dance, and even Aqua Steps. Sensu then takes out Mimikyu with a Dancer-activated Revelation Dance. Bayonet is knocked out with a Terra Blast from Sensu. Rhyme then sends out Houndstone and Toxtricity. Baile uses Revelation Dance on Toxtricity, and again, so does Sensu, taking it down. And Houndstone is taken down with a Terra Blast. That went so well. This kind of shows that Oricorio's gimmick is actually really useful in very niche situations. Sensu, you're at the top of the pyramid this week. I'm realizing I'm literally the Abby Lee Miller of Pokemon, as in tax evasion. Because of the order of things, it's time to add the final member of Abby Lee's dance company, and in my opinion, it's the best one by far. The design is giving me major JoJo Siwa vibes. Oh my lord, another Nimona battle. I don't even dislike her, but oh my lord, can she just leave us alone? I take down Lycanroc with Revelation Dance. Sliggoo next, and I terrestrialize Pom Pom into a fairy type and take it down with a couple of Revelation Dance. Pomma next, and it's taken down with a Revelation Dance. Skeledirge is sent out, and Pom Pom falls to a Torch Song. I send out Sensu, and after a couple of acrobatics, it's taken down by a Torch Song. I send out Pow, and Skeledirge falls to a Revelation Dance. Next up, we have the best gym design. She's a successful businesswoman, and she is mother for that. And I know you all agree. Tulip sends out a Farig Giraffe, and I send out Baile. Her Farig Giraffe falls to Revelation Dance. Gardevoir is next, and also falls to a Revelation Dance. Espathra is next, and I literally hate this thing. It KOs Bile with a Psychic. I send out Sensu, and Espathra falls to a Terra Blast. Finally, Florges is sent out, and it falls to a super effective Terra Blast. We then head to face the Sub-Zero Shredder, Grusher. He then sends out Frostmoth, and I send out Bile. Frostmoth is taken down with a Revelation Dance. Sir Titan is next, and Revelation also takes it down. Beartick is next, and I was worried it would go for an Aqua Jet, but we take it down with a Revelation Dance. Grusher then sends out Altaria, and it takes out Bile with a Dragon Pulse. I then send out Pow, and it takes down the Altaria with a Revelation Dance. That is all the gyms completed. I think that deserves a congratulations in the comment section. Do it. We are then interviewed by... Oh my god.
隣いい高宮君
We pass with flying colours and take on Rika. They send out Wishwash and Wishwash. They send out Wishcash, and I send out Sensu. I take it down with a Trailblaze as it misses a Blizzard. Dawnfan is next, and it takes down Sensu with a Stone Edge. I then send out Bile, and it takes down Dawnfan with an Icy Wind. Dugtrio is next, and I Terrestrialize. I take down Dugtrio with an Icy Wind. Rika then sends out Camerupt, and Revelation Dance takes it down. Finally, we take on Clodsire. A couple of Revelation Dance KOs the Clodsire.
I'm just a baby.
Poppy sends out Caparaja, and I send out Powell, and Caparaja falls to a Revelation Dance. Corviknight's next, and I switch to Violet. Corviknight also falls to a Revelation Dance. Next is Magnezone, and I switch back to Powell, and Magnezone falls to Revelation Dance. Bronzong is sent out, and I switch back to Bile again, and unfortunately Bile falls to a Smackdown. I send out Pow, and it falls to a Zen Headbutt. I then send out Trusty Pom Pom, and it defeats Bronzong. I don't have the footage for this, so just take my word for it. Twinkaton is next, and I Protect. I then use Revelation Dance, doing a third of its health. It does big damage with Stone Edge. I then Protect again. I use Calm Mind, and Stone Edge misses. I use Calm Mind again, and it lands a Stone Edge, bringing Pom Pom to low health. Twinkaton goes for a Giga Hammer, and I then take it down with a Revelation Dance. Larry, I didn't think I'd see you again. Have you eaten? You look smart in your suit. He sends out Tropius, and I start with Bile, and I take it down with a Revelation Dance. Next is Staraptor, and it falls to an Icy Wind. Larry then sends out his Oricorio. This is some Vivian and Maddie type drama. But in this case, Larry's Oricorio is Maddie. I then send out Sensu, and Oricorio falls to a Terra Blast. Altaria is next, and it falls to an Acrobatics. Finally, Flamigo, and I switch to Pom Pom, and Flamigo falls to a Revelation Dance and recoil from Brave Bird. In this house, we stand the melodramatic king that is Hassel, and I will not tolerate any slander toward him. Hassel sends out Noivern, and I start with Bile, and Noivern falls to an Icy Wind. Haxorus next, and it KOs Bile with a Rock Tomb. I then send out Pom Pom, and it takes down Haxorus with a Revelation Dance. Dragalge is then sent out, and I switch to Powell, but she falls to a Thunderbolt. I then switch back to Pom Pom, and it takes down Dragalge with an Air Slash. Flapple is then sent out, and it falls to a Revelation Dance. Excalibur is next, but falls to a Revelation Dance. Time to take on the Swamp Witch, Geeta. Geeta is notorious for being a terrible champion with a lackluster team. Hopefully, my team of fruits will be able to defeat her. She sends out Espathra, and I lead with Pom Pom. I use Calm Mind, which I didn't realise Espathra's ability, Opportunist, would be activated. Meaning, Espathra has copied our stat buffs. Pom Pom is then KO'd by Luminaire Crash. I then send out Sensu and take down Espathra with Acrobatics. King Gambit is next, and it takes down Sensu with Stone Edge. Bile next, and it takes out King Gambit with Revelation Dance. Geeta then sends out Veluza, and it takes down Bile with an Aqua Jet. I then send out Powell, and it KOs Veluza with Revelation Dance. I have pretty much lost all hope, but I want to see how far I could go. Avalugg next, and I Terrestrialize and take it down with a Revelation Dance. Next up is Go-Go, and it falls to Air Slash. Finally, Glimora, and I nearly KO it with Revelation Dance, but Pao is knocked out by a dazzling gleam. We were so close, and honestly, I'm surprised we even got that far. This time, I start with Sensu, but Sensu falls to a Lumina crash. Violet is then sent out, and Espathra falls to a Revelation Dance. King Gambit is next, and he falls to a Revelation Dance. Gita then sends out Veluza, and I switch to Pom Pom. And Veluza also falls to a Revelation Dance. Avalugg next, and it falls to a Revelation Dance. Next is Go-Go, and it's KO'd by Air Slash. Finally, Glimora. We are looking much better this time, but Pom Pom falls to a super effective Terror Blast. I send out Pao and use Calm Mind to boost its special stats, and Pao survives a dazzling gleam, and Glimora falls to a Revelation Dance. This team is actually kind of hard if you have a team of Oricorio. Time for the real challenge, Nemona, the true champion, if your team is nothing but Oricorio. Nemona sends out Lycanroc, and I start with Pom Pom. Lycanroc sets up Stealth Rock. I don't have the footage, but Pom Pom defeats Lycanroc with Revelation Dance. Orthworm is sent out, and I switch to Bile. Orthworm falls to Revelation Dance. Pawmot is next, and it KOs Bile with Double Shock. I then send out Pom Pom, and again, I don't have the footage, but Pom Pom takes out Pawmot with Air Slash. Goodra is sent out, and it takes out Pom Pom with Sludge Bomb. I then send out Sensu, and it takes out Goodra with Acrobatics. Nemona then sends out the Dunsparce, and it falls to Acrobatics. Finally, Skeledirge, and Sensu is taken down with Shadow Ball. And Pao also falls to a Shadow Ball. I attempt this battle many times with no luck beating Nemona, until I start with Pao, and it takes down Lycanroc with Revelation Dance. Pawmot is next, and it falls to Air Slash and Recoil from the Rocky Helmet. Dunsparce is next, and it falls to a Revelation Dance. Orthworm is next, and it falls to another Revelation Dance. Next is Goodra, and it takes down Pao with Dragon Pulse. I then send out Sensu, and it takes down Goodra with Acrobatics, after taking massive damage from Ice Beam. Finally, Skeledirge. Sensu is taken down with a Shadow Ball. I then send out Pom Pom. After doing some damage with Revelation Dance, Pom Pom falls to Torch Song. I send out Violet, and it lands a Hurricane, taking out Skeledirge. I cannot believe how many times I lost this battle. But we have finally defeated Victory Road.
Congratulations! You won! Was it your best performance? No. On the bottom, Paige. You were good. I'm waiting for you to be great. Next is Brooke. Brooke, you are 14 years old. When are we gonna see you stand out as the leader, as the foreman on the job, as the role model? Next, Nia. You're third on the pyramid. You were third overall high score. And on top of the pyramid, going 3 for 3, once again, is Maddie. Maddie, not only did you win the high score solo in your age division, but you were also the highest scoring solo in the entire competition.
Well, that was eventful. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and check out my previous videos. I've been Yanya. Thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.